Hi everyone, Oksana here. Let me make sure that my audio is working. Let me know in the comments that you can hear me well and make sure that my audio is working. So it's actually been almost 3 months, if not 3 months, since I went live. Because when we start working with clients, our last program was September 15th. So when we start working with clients, we get really busy. And there was time where I wasn't available to take any type of consultations. And a lot of people reached out to us because they needing to get a help in 2026. And there's some people that I spoke with who actually told me that they're so desperate. They've been struggling with arthritis. They've tried so many things. Nothing has worked for them. And when I gave them opportunity to have a consultation, they actually told me they're going to go ahead and do alkaline diet, even though they've been struggling for years and they're still in so much pain and they still decide to try to figure it out. So my question for you, if you've been eating really healthy, you removed gluten-free, what are the odds that you're still gonna figure it out? What are the odds that your chiropractor or your functional doctor going to be able to help you? Where we've had clients who were bedridden from arthritis, they were able to walk in 40 days. We had clients who had very high inflammation markers that went down. So again, people can eat really healthy, but they're healthy food that either do not heal you or they're healthy food that are keeping your disease active. So I'm talking about things like potatoes. It could be really healthy, but it could still be fuel inflammation for you. So that's why if you're needing to get a help, then make sure that you have your consultation, you reach out to us because we only have five spots in our program in January left. So these spots are going to get filled up and the next waiting list is going to be not until March or maybe even April because we also work with clients locally. We work with clients one-on-one, who people who see us actually in person locally. So when we get busy with that, we're not able to run a virtual program. So one thing I want to talk about that most people don't realize, but some of the alkaline foods that you see on Google can actually increase inflammation in your body. The same foods influencers and holistic practitioners tell you to eat to reverse your disease. And the same people stay sick, they relapse constantly, or they only feel good when they are micromanaging their diet. So, and again, I'm a peer-reviewed published immunology scientist. I have over a decade of experience working with hundreds of people globally. My sister and I have invested over $500,000 into own education and also creating this program online and all the courses and classes that we teach in the program. So if alkaline diet really worked, why there's so many people are still sick years of eating really healthy? So not every food labeled alkaline or anti-inflammatory actually reduces immune dysfunction. And not every healthy food repairs cellular damage to reverse autoimmune diseases. That's why popular health advice sounds good. Science does not care how it sounds. So let me give you a few examples. So I recently taught a class showing the scientific evidence that one of the most praised alkaline foods, such as olive oil, actually cause damage to the blood vessels. They increase endothelial inflammation and that actually slows down immune repair. And people were stunned because a lot of people are eating those foods and they're still sick. So that's why we focusing on repairing your immune system, and that's not something that a lot of people have experience doing. And we do have results that we have shared with you on this page, what type of results our clients have seen in 40 days, not just 4 years. Okay. And I do need you to listen very carefully. Another workshop that I created that you can get it from our website over the holidays. You can go to our website and comment under this video. If you comment under this video, I'm gonna send you links to these workshops. So the first workshop I created is I teach you what are the three specific foods that you're eating every single day, foods that you believe are healthy, that are fueling growth of cancer cells, as well as spread of diseases. So cancer, it does not feed on just sugar. And if sugar was just appetizer, then you have to understand what is the main course. The real fuel that makes it strong and helps it spread. That's actually on your plate every single day. And that's what I'm covering in that masterclass. I talk about the three hidden cancer fuels hiding in your kitchen right now. And I'm actually talking about the number one food that research links to 81% higher risk of dying from prostate cancer and tumor growth. And especially with those aggressive cancers, So again, this is not theory. This is the results of working with hundreds of clients globally and investing over $500,000 into our own education, specialized education. And it's also applied knowledge, not something you can just Google online. And most people, they stay sick because they have knowledge without strategy. And you can have so much information, you can find so much information online, but if you don't know how to apply it to yourself, to your current challenges, you won't really know what to do and how to continue moving positive changes in your health. So making positive changes in your health. And in another master class, so the first one is a cancer master class. I talk about, what are you putting in your shakes that actually helps bodybuilders grow, but it also fueling cancer growth. Another class, I talk about the 4 hidden causes of gut dysfunction that nobody talks about. I talk about histamine, the truth about histamine intolerances, why it's a gut problem, not an allergy, and exactly what to do instead of wasting money on useless tests. So in this class, I talk about which are the tests that are useless. If your functional doctor made you take this test, then what exactly it tells you, but it doesn't tell you what the problem is. And I tell you what the actual problem is. And I also share with you a step-by-step framework to heal your gut lining and rebalance your microbiome. So this is a really good class. You're also going to get a PDF guide with each course where I break everything down. But I highly recommend to watch the class so you can understand how to follow the guide. Okay? So that's what I'm sharing with you with this holiday season. And really the most epic, game-changing concept, this is the third class, is a longevity masterclass. It completely reframes how we think about what we eat and how we accumulate toxins over the years and what actually ages us. So I want you to think about the food chain for a second, the one we all learned about in school. And I'm going to give you a few bullet points that really gonna shock you. So first, what do you think toxins like plastics, pesticides, and heavy metals end up? Do they just disappear or do they go somewhere? What happens to the concentration of these toxins as you move up the food chain? Does it stay the same or does it change dramatically? And if you're eating from the very top of the food chain, what does this mean for the toxin load accumulation inside your body? In fact, I show you the hard data. And these master classes, they're really worth, I think, in my opinion, thousands of dollars. Because I know for the fact that people who follow us are consuming those things and they don't really know what damage is doing to their body. And I really simplified things for you. Some of these classes we teach in a program, and our clients are getting personalized guidance where they know exactly what they have to do and what's not been working for them based on how their body responds and they updated lab work, because we look at your labs and we look at your labs and we say, we have to make more changes because you've been doing the program, but you haven't really been doing to full capacity, because the way we look at your labs and you still have inflammation markers, you still have autoimmune markers. So we have to make more changes for you. Okay. So we help you have that clarity, and clarity is actually power. Knowledge is not power. You can know a lot of things, but if you don't know what's not working for you, then you're still gonna stay sick. So that's where you can comment under this video masterclass, and I'll send you links through all 3 classes. You can read through the information and see which one you really want to start watching now over the holidays, especially Thanksgiving coming up. There's gonna be New Year coming up. And then you have to think about whether you really want to have better health in the years moving forward. And again, my sister and I, we've been doing it for over a decade. We've been helping people reverse all types of diseases. If you go to our photos or you go to the videos, you can see how we help people. So just recently, one of our clients, Jackie, she's been tagging us on TikTok 24/7. She had arthritis, she had Hashimoto's, she had prediabetes, and she spent all her money doing stem cell therapy and working with different doctors. When she found us on TikTok, she only had the money left in her bank account to pay for a program. She couldn't work because that's how sick she was. And she paid for a program. She's no longer on any medications. She's not taking any supplements except for 3 supplements recommended for her. And she's symptom free and medication free. She only worked with us for 6 weeks. And it's already been a year. She's still doing great. And then we have other clients who had eczema, who had skin issues, who had lupus disease, they've also improved. We've had so many different cases, high blood pressure cases, high cholesterol cases. We worked with clients who had cancer. So again, if you watch these classes, you really can understand what is that you've been eating that you think is healthy, but it's keeping your disease active. And when you work with us, we focus on not just what to remove, but we focus on what you need, what's missing from your nutrition that accelerates cellular repair. Because it's all about your cellular healing. And there's not many doctors who know how to do that with nutrition without having you to take tons of supplements. So these three classes that I just created are completely different, right? The first one, it covers the most common gut myths because somebody tells you go eat more raw milk. They're gonna tell you go drink raw milk. Somebody else tells you, don't eat fiber, it's bad for you. Somebody else tells you something else, and I actually tell you what is the truth in this masterclass, and then I give you a guide to follow. And it took me 2 to 3 weeks to create this, okay? Because the page, the PDF, and the video. So it's not something that just took me a second to make. And then all the details, everything else, and other classes we teach in our program. So I've been adding new classes in our program. So for any clients who've done a program, let's say 2 years ago, I've added new classes based on the recent data that we're getting with our clients and new education. So I think that class is really great. And the second class is the cancer class, where the popular bodybuilding diet and that popular bodybuilding diet, and actually it's how it's fueling cancer growth. Hi, Tina. You've been in a program, so you've watched all those classes. All of these classes we covered in a program. So every single thing that I just covered in this live video is been broken down in the program. So if you want, we can send it to you again. You can watch it again, and I can send you a link to that, okay? So, but we actually covered all of these three classes. So the gut health, I just covered in a client program like 2 weeks ago. The longevity class, I just covered a week ago. And in that class, actually, that's what I talk about, some of the supplements we can take to get rid of those toxins, but as well as the higher up the food chain we go, how they accumulate in a body. So I talk about specific things, and then the specific things and foods that fuel cancer growth. And actually, this been also posted in a client Facebook group because we have a client community with clients who are working with us in the program. So we just posted it there right now as well that you can check out. So you can go to our Facebook group and read there as well. So that's what I recommend. It was just posted in a Facebook group. So you can go in there, read it, rewatch the classes, and take a screenshot. So everything is there in the client group. Okay. So that's why these are the workshops that it took me weeks to actually put it together online where people can purchase it because I'm not giving it away for free. They have to buy it. There's a Black Friday sale, and our clients get the classes in the program. When they work with us one-on-one, they get all those classes, okay, because that's included in the program. But everybody who is not in the program, they can get some of those classes, which is actually 3 because again, it takes me 2 weeks to create them. And then another thing, those of you who are looking to get a help, and we have 5 spots left in a January program, and then we get busy over the next 8 weeks, probably until March or April, when we're gonna have an opening again. And we're just able to invest that time with our clients who working with us in the program. And so let me know if you have any questions. And yes, Tina, so everything just actually was posted today in a Facebook group. So you can go and read all that information, but everything we covered in detail, actually cover a lot more in the program. So because we spent about an hour on those classes in a program, so I actually cover it really in detail. And in the workshops, it's like a 30-minute class. So I'm not able to cover everything in detail in the workshop that people can buy, but in the classes we cover everything in the detail because we have time for that, and we do invest time with people who invest time with us. Okay, so actually it's covered a lot more in detail in the program. And this is the last time I went live was 3 months ago. And again, we get busy over the holidays because I have research work that I'm gonna be working over the next like till the end of the year. So I'm gonna be going back to a research lab and focusing on that. And then in January, we're gonna be able to start working with people again. So those of you who are looking to get a help, then the time to do that is now. Then comment under this video masterclass, and we're gonna send you links to those classes. And thanks everyone for joining. I do have to head out, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. You take good care of your health because it's a consistent effort that's gonna give you results over time. And so I hope you do that regardless of the holidays. We had clients who worked with us during Christmas before as well. They were still really committed to their healing. So make sure you take good care of your health and your body will respond positively. Thanks everyone for joining, and then I'll see you next time.